Nishmas Etta Ahuva Zevachim Perek Ches Mishna Beis. So the Perek continues, and the whole rest of the Perek is going to discuss about a carbon getting mixed up with various things. The Mishnah over here starts off that two carbonates got mixed up with each other, kachim b'kachim. So if it's min b'mina, if let's say oil got mixed with the oil, or chatas with a chatas, or a shlamim with a shlamim, we just don't know who's the bailam of which one. So then zeh yikra l'shem mishahu, v'zeh yikra l'shem mishahu. Each one is makr of the carbon, l'shem the real bailam. The Gemara asks the kasha, well, boy, smicha, and you're not going to be able to do smicha because the bailam have to do smicha, and you don't know which one's your carbon. So the Gemara says, Omar Rav Yosef, the carbon nashim, we're talking about a carbon of woman, and women don't do smicha. Taisus asks, why don't you say that it's talking about Arvel Tameh, other things? But Maisa Taisus comes out that over here, where there's an Eitzah, which we're going to see in a second, by Mim Ben Einemina, that you could do Riyah, let the animal pasture, so then we're not going to allow you to do it without smicha. We'd rather tell you to just do Riyah. So if the case is that saying Zeh Yaakov l'shem mishahu, Zeh Yaakov l'shem mishahu, without doing smicha, must be we're talking about a carbon that doesn't need smicha, like a carbon of nashim. The Mishnah continues, if it's min b'sheinamina, kachim min b'sheinamina, like a oil got mixed up with a chatas, and now they have different halachas. One's matan dala, one's matan shnaim shein arba. So then, yirad sheyistavu, v'yimachru v'yavi d'mei yafa shebehem min yafa zeh, u'b'd'mei yafa shebehem min zeh, v'yafsid hamoiser mi beisai. So what you do is you let the two animals pasture until they get a mum. Once they get a mum, now you could take the animal and be paid it onto money. So let's say one of them was worth 1 and one of them was worth 2. So you don't know if the oilo was worth 2 and the chatas was worth 1 or the other way around. So you have to take both animals and take altogether four. So two for one animal and 2 for the other. The dmei yafa shaban. And you put it both onto them. You say whichever one is the oila animal, I want it going onto this money, and this money is going to be brought now for an oila. Whichever one is a chatas animal, I want that chatas to go onto this other money. And now you have 2 monies with the same amount, and one is brought for an oila, one is brought for a chatas. The Mishnah continues in Sarva b'bechar b'maiser. Let's say a regular carbon got mixed up with a carbon bechar or maiser behema. Now, by bechar and maiser behema, you're not allowed to be mechalel randamim. They don't have pinion. Rather, the halacha over there is that it will be nechal b'mum. Once it gets a mum, it will be nechal b'mumon. Bechar is nechal l'kohenim, and maiser is nechal l'bayla. So over here, yirad sheyistavu. You wait until they both get a mum. Now, one of them, you're going to say, let's say the other one is a oila. So you're going to say, whichever one is a oila is going to be mechola onto these coins. And the other one is going to remain, now that animal becomes chulin, and the other one is either bechar or meiser. So now you have 2 animals, one's chulin, and one is the bechar or meiser. So the halacha is that the coin is good. That was the zevach, and that you now take that money and mark that carbon that it was, oila. And the other animal, which is now a suffix chulin or a suffix bechar meiser, so you eat it like the chumras of bechar meiser, which is you're not allowed to sell them in a certain market, and you're not allowed to weigh them with a litra. So thereby it has the kedusha of bechar meiser meisafik. The Mishnah just ends off hakol yichayim lis'arev chutz min achatas min asham. Any 2 carbonates can get mixed up, except a chatas can't get mixed up with an asham. Why? Because an asham is an ayil, and a chatas can never be an ayil. Chatas in a cave, the asham is a zachar. So Mishnah Gimel asham shenis'arev b'shlamim. Let's say. So this is similar to the last mission where you had kachim b'kachim, but over here it was a asham and a shlamim. A asham and a shlamim have the same matan damim. They're both shtaim shein arba, and the murim are brought the same way. So therefore over here there's a shita. The Tanakama holds, like we said before, yirad sheyistavu, and it means to say v'chulu, like we said v'yimachra v'yavi d'mei yava, like we said in the last mishnah. And some are not even Geiris it. Reb Shimon says, though Reb Shimon over here argues and says, Shneim yishkutu b'tzafin. Over here, you could actually be makriv both the same exact way. So you rather don't know which is similar to kachim bekachim. Zeh Yaakov l'shem yishu, v'zeh Yaakov l'shem yishu. The only problem is that you don't know if it's an asham or a shlomim when you're eating it. So v'yochel k'chomer shebehem, it has to do like the chumrah of the place, l'fnim and akloim, like an asham. L'zichrei kuna, only a zachar could eat it, which is kachim, like an asham. And l'yoyim v'layla, you can only eat l'yoyim v'layla. The Chachamim said, no, you can't bring a carbon which is supposed to be nechal for like the zman of a shlamim, which is longer, and bring it now, and you're only going to be able to eat it l'yayim v'layla, and you're also going to minimize that it can only be in the zichrei kuna. However, the Mishnah says everyone's going to be masking of the halacha of yocher kechomer shebehem in a case where you already were makriv the carbon, so there's nothing what to do, and it was only in this arva chatichas b'chatichas, the pieces got mixed up, either kachei kachim or kachei kalim, or nechel niyamecha b'nechel l'shnei yomim. So then yocher kechomer shebehem, even the rabbanan are going to be masking to that halacha that you just eat it like the most chumradika carbon of the two.